Hi guys, my name is Jess and I'm one of the reptile keepers here at Ballarat Wildlife Park, and here with me today we do have our beautiful Hugo, our giant Aldabra tortoise. We do also have Shelly and then also Missy, which are two of Hugo's girlfriends. Hugo is actually 49 years young, and the reason why we do say he's 49 years young is the fact that these guys can get well over 150 to 200 years old, and the oldest living current giant Aldabra tortoise is actually 192 years old at St. Helena. Tortoises have thousands of nerve endings along their shell, which does mean every single pat and scratch that I am giving Hugo today, he will definitely feel. Female giant Aldabra tortoises can lay roughly around 25 eggs, and only half of them will actually be fertile. Now, when they do hatch, it can be well over 250 days if they are laid in a cool temperature, but if they are laid and incubated in a warm temperature, it can be about 110 days before they hatch. Giant Aldabra tortoises are cold-blooded, also known as ectothermic, which means these guys do rely on heat sources within their environment, so the nice beautiful sun. So you will see Hugo and all of our giant Aldabra tortoises in the nice warm sun on a sunny day like this, absorbing as much as they potentially can, unlike mammals where we rely on food sources to keep our energy levels up. One question that we do frequently get asked from a lot of people is, what is the difference between a turtle and a tortoise? Now, if you do look at Hugo's feet, you will notice he has very large toenails and very flat feet. And then if you compare it to one of our species of turtle, they have webbing between their feet. That's not to say that Hugo cannot swim. Even though he doesn't have webbing between his feet, he very much can stay buoyant in a large body of water. Now, where these guys are found is the Aldabra Atoll, which is a series of islands off the coast of Africa. They'll actually swim from one to another. On a sunny day, you will see Hugo and his girlfriend Shelly and Missy swimming in their beautiful pool right behind me. As much as these guys do love the water, they do enjoy the mud much more. Now, the mud actually acts as a natural sunscreen, an insect repellent, and also it stops the parasites from getting in. So all the mud will absorb within the nooks and crannies of their scales and their shell, and it stops the parasites from getting in. So a lot of the time you will see Hugo, Shelly, Missy in their beautiful mud hollow that is right next to him. Now, unfortunately, the biggest threat for our giant Aldabra tortoises is actually predation on their eggs by foxes and feral cats. If you guys want to keep these guys around, as well as our native reptiles that are close by to us, make sure that you keep your cats inside, but also implement a curfew on these guys too, so that we can keep our wildlife around. Now, you might notice me giving Hugo a big scratch on his shell, and believe it or not, he actually has thousands of nerve endings that run along the entirety of their shell. So when I do give Hugo a big scratch, or any of our turtles and tortoises here, they very much can feel it. Now, these guys, their shells are actually made out of bone and keratin, and their shell actually makes up 50% of their body weight. Now, if keratin sounds familiar, it is actually what our nails and our hair are made out of. Now, if you guys want to come learn more about tortoises, turtles, and reptiles, come visit the reptile team at Ballarat Wildlife Park. We hope you've learned something today, and thank you for watching.